All right, we're talking about a very exciting topic, compliance. So please don't do anything else with your audience or your opt-in forms until you watch this. If you've been in business for a while, you've likely have some sort of collection of emails, right? Maybe it's from an event you hosted back in 2012, or maybe you have customers who bought from you all the way back in 2015. 2015 was the year you started collecting emails, and then maybe you haven't done it since. Or maybe you have business cards of you people left behind 3 years ago. That does not mean you can and should use those. If you haven't reached out to these individuals in a long time or ever, and you want to add them to your email list, just hold up. We have to make sure you're in compliance. Compliance is key in email marketing. People need to opt into receiving your newsletters. Like, do you want to get an email from the salon you went to 4 years ago and haven't been back to? Probably not. So we don't want to add people to your list if they haven't heard from you in a while. Don't worry, there's a workaround I will teach you. So let's get some permission. Before we go into populating your sheet, or rather your audience, I want to reiterate the importance of getting permission from your contacts to send email newsletters. Some of you may already have a list of people who have said yes to receiving updates, newsletters, and offers, so that's awesome. Others may have email addresses collected from customers, but haven't specifically asked if it would be okay to send newsletters. This means you need to ask to avoid getting into trouble and getting your account shut down. Asking is really simple. I will show you how to do it at the end of this video using Google. If you use something else, you'll basically do the same thing, but in your own setting. But ultimately, without permission, your contacts are more likely to unsubscribe, or they can hit a button that reports spam or abuse, which will throw up a red flag in your email marketing provider. And when this happens, it can result in your suspension or removal from the provider itself. So not good. You can avoid this by always asking permission and moving forward. When you move forward, make sure it's clear that when people buy something from you or subscribe, they'll be added to your email list. Also, always make sure your emails have a place for people to unsubscribe. It's the law. So for more information about compliance from MailChimp, look in this week's lesson. Otherwise, search compliance with your email marketing provider to find out more information if you've chosen a different email marketing system. Okay, so we're going to dive into what you should do if you have all of these email addresses and you really want to add them to MailChimp or your email marketing system, but you haven't asked permission and you're just not sure if it's gonna work out. So I'm gonna hop over to Gmail. This is my personal inbox, but what you'll do is you will hit that compose button just as if you're sending something to someone, and you'll head over to the form and email designer section, the form builder you just built, and you'll grab that link here. Okay. So copy that. And as you're in your inbox here, you can ask the question, want to join our email list? And this will be coming from your business. So potentially they'll recognize your name. What you want to do is make sure you send it to your brand. And then if you have a list of, say, 100 customers you haven't talked to in a really long time, you'll highlight 50 of those email addresses and add them to the BCC section. And then you'll offer them a very sweet email like, I'm so grateful for you. Thanks for your business, yada, yada. If you'd like to join our email list, you can do so right here. I like highlighting this and adding the link here, the URL specifically, just because it is kind of a weird, like it could look a little spammy, EEP URL that just seems maybe a little odd. So make sure you add that there. We have dropped a canned email that you can use if you basically just want to swipe that email copy and send it to your list. But then you basically are asking people to join your email list and they can do it on their own if they're interested. So that's your workaround. That's the way to get people added to your email list, your audience. So then you can start emailing those people who do want to hear from you.